He left for work and never made it home. Now at 10, a candlelight memorial in Elk Grove honoring the life of an officer killed by a wrong-way driver on Highway 99.
It's an incredibly sad day for our organization, for our family, for the Elk Grove community. Our hearts are broken.
Officer Tyler Lenehan, a 6-year veteran of the Elk Grove Police Department and an Air Force veteran, leaves behind a wife and 2 kids.
The alleged wrong-way driver charged with DUI and murder. Tonight, we've learned he has a history of drunk driving. Thanks so much for joining us at 10 o'clock. I'm Elizabeth Kling.
I'm Adrienne Moore. The news is also streaming live on CBSN Sacramento. CBS 13's Laura Hafley is live for us outside the Elk Grove Police Department with how Officer Lenehan is being remembered and new details on the crash investigation. Laura.
Well, the community of Elk Grove was here tonight outside of City Hall supporting their law enforcement family. You can still see, despite this wind, candles still burning, remembering the officer gone too soon. And while the law enforcement family mourns, there are still so many questions about the suspect involved.
We're heartbroken. We're broken.
The Elk Grove community held a candlelight memorial Friday night remembering police officer Tyler Lenehan, who was killed while riding his department motorcycle to work.
There are tough days ahead for this organization.
Ty, as he was known to many, worked in law enforcement for decades, first at the Citrus Heights Police Department, then for Galt PD, and finally for Elk Grove's motorcycle unit.
We couldn't believe it.
City Council member Stephanie Wynn's husband worked side by side with Lenehan as a motorcycle officer.
You're not protected like you are in a vehicle, and that the chances of an accident happening and of you surviving is very slim.
Officer Lenehan leaves behind 2 teen sons, a wife, and his law enforcement family saddened and angered by the loss.
This was entirely senseless. This was irresponsible.
Investigators say Jermaine Walton was driving the wrong way on Highway 99 when he hit Lenehan head on.
A father going to work in the morning to do his job, driving down the road.
Walton was arrested and hit with several charges, including DUI and murder. Court documents show the 31-year-old has a history of drunk driving offenses. In 2017, he was arrested for DUI and driving with a blood alcohol level over .08. He was ordered to jail time, work project time, and mandatory classes, but never completed them.
The public record shows that he didn't really do those things.
So why was he legally allowed to drive? We're getting answers. One of the 2017 charges was dismissed. The one that stuck was a misdemeanor.
For all first offender DUIs is that you have a period actually of a complete blackout where you're not allowed to drive for about 30 days. After that, there's about another 3 to 6 months maybe where they have a restricted license.
Walton's still on probation for the 2017 charge at the time of Friday's crash, something attorney Mark Reichel says is likely why Walton was charged with murder and not manslaughter. I've been in touch with Chief Timothy Albright throughout the afternoon into the evening. He's obviously devastated, especially this is the first Elk Grove police officer lost in the line of duty. So as I said, the community really coming together to support their law enforcement family. Funeral arrangements have not been announced yet.
Well, the grieving process is just beginning for so many in the Elk Grove community and beyond. Our thoughts are with Officer Lenehan's friends and family tonight. Laura, thanks.